Mitä tässä nyt siis on? Tässä ei nyt mitään vitu järkeä.
So my online name is Dunk or Slam. People call me Dunk, they call me Slam. IRL, people know me as Chase. If their username is Yulkie, they call me Daddy. I've been streaming Noita since 2019. I'm as OG as it gets. I got over 9,000 hours in the game, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. My streaming style is sexy, god gamer, rant-filled. I don't know. I tend to just hang out with the chat. Whenever I'm watching streams, you're watching them play games, more of like a person in the audience. Me as a streamer, I prefer the feel of hanging out with people, because for my whole life, that's how I did gaming with my brother. We were hanging out and play games. So I just had to recapture that and play a Noita. My team, first off, they'd be blessed. Real talk. I know I'm a little cocky, but as a teammate, I think I'd be pretty good just because I've dealt with every skill level there is in Noita. The jack of all trades. I think that's probably one of the things I do the best, since I played Noita for so long, but I've also taught every level of Noita. I think I can adapt to whatever my teammates are bringing to the table. There are speedrunners out there and stuff. Yeah, they're okay. The way I see it is they're like my students. They've grown up. They're adorable. But I always have a couple tricks up my sleeve. You can't teach people everything, because one day you may be put in front of an audience to compete against them, and that's the moment you slap that on the table and you show them something they've never seen. I always have the ace up my sleeve. I'm happy that finally one of the QZ hosted challenges is actually playing Noita. Lately, I feel he's been watching my stream just to maybe look for my weaknesses. But once my hands are on the keyboard, I'm in the Noita world. I don't think there's any weaknesses. I guess my parting words would be, I'm sorry, because most people, when they tune into an event, they want to see a close match. You want to watch a nail biter. I don't think I'll be able to deliver that to him. I mean, it's probably just going to be a crushing defeat to anybody who comes up against me. And so for that, chat, I apologize. This is my world in Noita. They never have a chance in it. This is my home.
My name is Hypnos, and I have over 400 hours in Noita. So I started over a year ago, but I took like a 5-month hiatus because Noita broke my computer. I had to get a new CPU. I stream indie games, a lot of roguelikes, and my streams are a little more chill, a fun hang type of chill. So when I got my first win in Noita, I started by playing blind and I started streaming it. Someone brought it to the stream. They're like, this is a really hard roguelike. And I'm like, bet, I love a challenge. And then I beat Colmy. It took me like 40 deaths or something. That was too easy. And I was done. I want everything else in this game. Ever since then, I was like, I want God runs. I want all the other shit. So I'm not a streaker. I'm more for what else can I get out of the game. Outside of Noita, I'm very thoughtful. I like a challenge. Like, I'm one to like really delve into the thing. So you give me a team challenge, I'm like excited already to like dive into it and really like put my brain on it. And I don't know, I'm so excited about this. Like, I'm sure it'll be great. I'm worried because there's a lot of tough competition, you know? I want the bald man on my team, because on one hand, you know, he has 9,000 hours, but on the other hand, like, he throws all the time. I know I can hold my own. I'm not bad at this game, and I know that my followers can attest to that, but everyone's really good. Everyone who's here, and so I'm sure that these teams will be really competitive.
Hello, my name is Violet, Light My Violet on Twitch. I've been playing Noita since around 2020, and I only started to get good in the past like 2 years, I would say, since I've been streaming it. I'm like almost 1,500 hours in, and I still feel like I don't know anything. I swear every time I stream, I learn something new. I love when like people who have watched me in like the beginning when I really started, they come back after a couple of months or something, and they're like, oh wow, Violet, you're so much better now. So I think my Noita skills have improved, and I love it. it. It's my favorite game ever. You just die all the time, and it's great. The best. I think my stream's really fun. There's a lot of gentle backseating. I like to think of it as like we're in it together. I'm in the driver's seat, but everybody's kind of a part of it. I like it that way. Everybody can just speak freely. We get into like crazy conversations, and I love it. Especially with the Noita community. It's just such a great community because everybody has different, things that they know, and so we just create this bubble of knowledge that we just share with each other. I think it's really cool. I love it. I love it. And come to my stream. It's fun. I think I can be a good voice of encouragement. I was a music teacher for like 10 years, so like I think I can bring some of like energy, that encouragement, like you could do it, we got this kind of cheerleader energy. I definitely have some skills that I can bring to the table, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm thinking like some vibes and some just morale, keeping my team pumped and ready to go. And I can get like really competitive. I want to be like make sure my skill is like up to par. I want to make sure I'm able to do the challenges. I'm curious about like who's going to be on my team so we can like work well together. I think being on like Noita teams is going to be so much fun. Yeah, I'm hoping I can contribute well, I'm excited. I want to say how much I love the Noita community. Like I love it so much, and like everybody all make fun of each other, we all do that, but like we love each other all so much, and like I just think that's so special. So I just like I want to share my love to the Noita community.
So I'm Yulkie. I've been playing Noita for about 2.5 years, I'm pretty sure. Though the exact time, I'm not exactly, like I don't have a pinpoint day I started. But I remember starting and like playing on and off. And about 1.5 years into my Noita journey, I started speedrunning. That was like after I got bored with like just normal gameplay, I went to amuse myself basically with some other parts of Noita. As a streamer, I usually just stream speedruns. That's basically like 90% of what you can expect. Though I do sometimes couple like fun challenges, like for example, Twitch integration or like some other difficult challenge I decide on. But usually it's speedruns. Whatever the die has in store for me, I'll do whatever. Personally, I think my strong suit is probably gameplay. Now I don't mean to be like cocky or anything or all that. But definitely, if it comes to like coordinated gameplay and stuff like that, just getting stuff done fast, that's probably what you could expect from me. I'm honestly both worried and anticipating the competition. I'm interested in how it's gonna go, like the whole event with a lot of competing teams and whatnot. I of course don't know like what's gonna happen exactly, right? I am down to work with anybody. So maybe I'm thinking of what could be good to prepare on. I'm down to bring the vibes to the table as well. Stuff like that. I would say I'm not threatening anybody, but I promise a good time. And I'm excited to be here, honestly. Last time I've been in an event like that, of this magnitude, it was the first Noita PvP tournament, which I'm hoping will be brought back soon enough. Which I'm hoping for like similar levels of excitement. And I know it will happen. Just happy to be here and let's see what happens.
My name is Lassier. Usually, I just have people shorten it to Lassie. When I'm playing Noita, I'm usually playing Nightmare and doing win streaking there. And I've been playing it technically since it came out. I tried it out for a while, was complete garbage at it, and now I have 2,000 hours in the game. I like to do challenge runs, but also just like I try to mix it up with some variety. I like to banter a lot with chat, shit talking back and forth kind of thing. They usually shit talk my skills. It's a good time, and then I try to be real with chat as well sometimes. People knowing a lot about Nightmare is very rare, so that's something that I think I'm the most confident about. Mechanically, maybe I'm just like so. A lot of the normal mode doesn't really encourage things like what I like to think of as the Iron Man kind of way of building ones. And what I mean by that is like the Iron Man movie, you know how like one of the iconic lines is, "This man built this in a cave with a bunch of scraps." So I think I'm more knowledgeable on quite a lot of how the more uncommon spells are used, some alchemical recipes with certain materials, how enemies and biomes are, like how do their AI work, what kind of formations have certain things in the game. I'm a little worried about, well, that I've gotten rusty in the normal mode, then I'm a little worried that I'm going to choke. Because it's just been a while since I've played the normal mode. I hope you guys don't judge me too harshly for any throws that I might do. If any single one of you calls me Lassiachi, I hope you know that you're going to receive a weak ban from my chat.
Mamma mia, who's this stream? You're all bastards!
Yo, I'm Aqua Nakqua. I've been playing Noita since Epilogue 2 release, so I'm the new blood. I'm a newbie. A while ago, I actually seen the GDC talk about Noita. I bought Noita. I played it for a couple runs, died in mines, forever forgot about it. Then Epilogue 2 released, and there was a video, the worst guide to Noita, and that video got me hooked. And then, while watching Snek live for food, Snek just leaves TI unattended at the start by voting like, let's summon a worm to dig down. People actually moved Mina almost to the second Holy Mountain. That gave me the inspiration to make Twitch Plays Noita. We had a chatbot programmable with little scripts. I ran it for 69 days. Twitch Plays Noita won the game, had like 3 god runs with like infinite HP. We almost 100%ed the game. We don't have a Nightmare Pillar and some others, but people did crazy stuff like tablet levitating for 22 minutes straight to get LP loot. I kinda just started streaming and here we are, I guess. On my streams I usually talk about different topics, do win streaks. We just chill on my stream. I have a chatbot which is very advanced. We do Noita and a little bit of programming, occasionally very rarely Minecraft. Some people say, oh, I open Aqua stream and it's crazy. I can kinda do some stuff, but Nati can do crazier stuff. I am like, okay, but Snek has crazier mechanics. If you're looking for vibes, my vibes are great, I feel like. But in general, I feel my overall Noita skill as jack of all trades, kind of. So I guess I am a good filler for anything that the team might be like. I'm not looking to like win anything. I care more about participation and having a good time. So if my team comes last, I am not dreading it whatsoever. I don't care. I think we'll have a blast. I don't worry in the slightest. We'll just crush it. The English-speaking Noita community is quite small, so everyone kind of mostly knows everyone else, which is great. The Noita community has been very welcoming, so I wish all the contestants all the luck. We'll have much fun. I cannot wait.
My name is Nati Mitchell. Real name is Andrew, I'm not hiding it. Everyone calls me Nati because it kinda describes me very well. I play Noita for 5 years, something like 6. It is love from the first sight. When I played it for the first time, I didn't sleep for 3 days straight, and then I was seeing things. Everything was looking like Noita. I spent like first year or 2 on my own. I was able to research in the original way because I was not on Discord, not on Twitch. Things I'm doing in Noita, at least these days, are always deep late game shit. I am constantly duping bosses, spells, perks, or like doing some stuff that does not seem possible, like I recently broke gold 100%ing the game in a single run, or doing a +28 without perks. I love what you can do to Noita in long runs. Turning it into completely different game. Due to my health conditions, I cannot early game because I get kicked to death, but as soon as I get to like mid-late game, I rely on knowledge. My stream, let's just say it is not exactly safe for work, not recommended to watch with the family, because I am overall Gunir friendly, but I consider all the chatters and people I see in other chats, maybe not close, but friends. I'm being judged parasocial for saying that stuff, but like actually like I feel like connection and always happy to see people. In this team competition, I will not exactly be good at skill, but I am probably the best in anything that will require complicated wand crafting. I can pretty easily like process the fastest solution, so some knowledge related stuff. I am very excited to talk to people in voice call. I was always considering myself as just a small silly guy, not someone on the board with like big creators. I don't think I'm worried about anything other than maybe internet will die. That is my message to the entirety of humanity.
Hello everyone, my name is Snek Gregory, sometimes go by Snekery. I've been making content for about almost 2 years now, with Noita being my main game. I have over 2,500 hours in Noita, most of it spent on doing win streaks. And yeah, I also do variety games, but Noita has been the main part of my channel People usually tell me it's like very chill and I'm like kind and a nice streamer. There isn't a lot of like stress or whatnot. But from my perspective, there is a lot of high stress moments because I'm doing these difficult runs, difficult challenges. Like if I play Terraria, I play Master Def Omega difficult mode, and same for Noita. So it's hard to say really. People generally say my streams are very chill though. I know a lot about Noita, probably not most knowledgeable, but I know my stuff, and I'm very well learned mechanically. If I take my time, there is like 0% chance I'm gonna die. I am probably, and this is not a stretch, the most insane Noita player there is in the community, just mentally, because the way I play the game, most people join the stream and they're like, what am I looking at? Dude, why are you speedrunning? And this is just my normal tempo. That's how I play. I'm like shuffling spells at max speed while dodging Steve on the mountain, and at the same time I'm talking with chat normally. I think I'm gonna be a valuable team member. You know, teamwork, very easy. I can follow instructions extremely well. Someone says something, I'm immediately down on the job, so there's not gonna be like a teamwork issue with me, definitely not. I like teamwork. No matter if I'm gonna win, if I'm gonna lose, I'm definitely gonna have a lot of fun competing with other people and cooperating with some of the other people who are gonna be on my team. Hopefully I don't berserkium bomb myself at the start.
So I'm Alias. I play a lot of Noita. At least I used to. So I do have a bit of rust to shake off. I started playing Noita about 6 months late from everyone else back in 2019, but I was able to catch up pretty quickly and pioneer a lot of my own strategies, and I've got a bit of a history with the game, you could say. I like to do speedrunning, I like to do deep dives in for wand knowledge, and I like to challenge myself in ways that basically would be torture for anyone else. That's how I get enjoyment out of Noita. For my stream, I tend to be pretty chill, and in between that chillness, there is some chaos. I just break the video games that I play, and also try to form a decent relationship with my chat, try to have like real conversations. I've been self-elected team leader in pretty much every game I've ever played, so I'm hoping to be able to impart my knowledge and coordination to my team, so that way we can outcompete our opponents. It should be a lot of fun. I love competition, you know? It's a blast. I mean, it's one of those things where trying to concentrate on a video game as intense as Noita, while also trying to coordinate a bunch of people, can be very difficult. It's going to be a high-pressure situation. I gotta make sure that I don't overdo it. I gotta strike a healthy balance, and sometimes that's tricky. You gotta temper your expectations and know that, you know, you're the only one who you can truly control. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be trying to repeat in the back of my head, exceeding expectations along with it. That would be awesome. I'm just excited to be playing some Noita. It's been a long time, and it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm happy that this is going to be how I hit 4,000 hours playtime.
My name is Bectalis. I've been playing Noita probably since like 2021. Typically, I've done the long runs, I've done the short runs, I've tried the speedrunner every now and then. I've done some nightmare streaking a tiny bit. I like a little bit of everything. So I would say I'm an all-rounder. Some of the things I've done in Noita, I did a New Game Plus 28 gauntlet. It took 7 months and like 250 hours. I donated all of the bosses to the Dark Sun. I created every single stone variation of the sun, lined them all up all pretty. I did a full genocide route where I went through every single biome and then did not stop until I deleted every single enemy in the entire map world. I'd say I'm either at or close to 600. I'd say I'm rather chill. I do get caught off guard by games every now and then, so like let's surprise Noita to death. Usually when I'm playing Noita, we're listening to music. People can request songs to add into the playlist, and we listen to that, play some Noita, have a good time. I think I definitely bring knowledge to the table, wand building expertise to some extent. I've built one, so depending on, I don't know what games are in store, but When it comes to one building, I usually do unique builds. When it comes to Noita knowledge, I would say have a fairly high amount of Noita knowledge. So I definitely bring the knowledge aspect to the team. Definitely excited to get everyone together again. It's been quite a while since we had the last kind of community event where we got everyone together to have fun. I will do my best. I make no promises. I will probably not make any mistakes. Don't quote me on that. And I will definitely be the star player on the team. Probably, maybe.
I'm Luamir, and a few folks call me Luth or Luthi for short. I've been playing Noita since December of 2021. When I first started playing Noita, it was very much about just like, all right, let's get that first win. I think these days I've played nearly 5,000 hours of Noita, so like I'm kind of burned out on the really long runs. And so I've been doing like these power hours where it's like, do one run in under an hour, man, because my runs tend to be like 6-8 hours long. So I kind of do a little bit of mostly long runs, but once in a while I'm mixing some speed runs or some like dailies in an hour and that kind of stuff. I've played nearly 200 different games on stream, anything from like Dead Cells and Darkest Dungeon to, you know, Baldur's Gate, Valheim. Over the last 7.5 years, Noita has taken up almost 20% of my stream. I try to keep it pretty cozy, I guess you could say. There's a little bit of chaos mixed in with that. I have a bunch of sound commands and overlays that people can earn, and sometimes we do giveaways of that. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty calm space with a nice dose of like chaotic noisiness once in a while. I'm interested very much in the idea of having this team working together, because I have done a couple of different coaching sessions with newer players where it's like someone's just getting familiar with the game and, you know, they don't know how to craft a wand, and they just don't have any idea like that you can pour water into toxic to turn it into water. And so the idea of working with a team of other Noita players that have some experience, that like kind of know the game, is kind of exciting in a way. Ducks. I'll bring ducks to the table. I love the Flock of Ducks spell. I feel that I have gotten into a comfort zone with like the types of wands that I build and things like that. And I think that just experimenting and grabbing like other people's ideas and kind of running with them is like something I really enjoy doing. It's like if somebody else says, well, why don't we try this instead? Like I'm super open to that kind of stuff. Like, okay, let's do this your way, because I've never tried it that way before. You know, like I think that'll be a fun part of the event. Really, we keep it pretty chill. It's always pizza time at my place. Love pizza. That's all I really got. No threats yet.
My name is Zaitio. Also, you can call me Sam. Everybody knows me, Zaitio. I didn't start right when Noita came out, but fairly early on. I have 2,867.8 hours. The part of Noita that I enjoy the most is like, you know, the physics engine and moving around in the game. I've been playing for quite a while, and then I just kind of haven't been as much lately. I still agree with Dunk that it's one of the greatest single player games known to man. I am a forgetful, silly goofball who just laughs at everything. And all it is my chat being ridiculous, running around in a daycare where I just let them do whatever they want. Not exactly whatever they want, but it's a wild, fun place. What I really am is a variety streamer who sometimes likes to do IRL stuff. But what I really want is everybody to have a way to interact with the stream and be heard. That's what my whole thing is. You know what I think I would really bring to the team is being just silly, being friendly, you know, try and make everything a joke and laugh. If we need like decision making, that's probably my strengths. I do feel a little nervous because I don't feel like I have as much skill. I am not the Noita nerd like Nati is, you know, and Alias too. That's just not me. So I would say mostly I'd bring moral support. The few times I've done events with other Noita streamers, it is so freaking fun. Everybody is so hilarious. We're like having like inside jokes within like minute, and the Noita streamers don't get to like interact with each other that often. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm really looking forward to, just laughing with everybody. Me, myself, I'm not a competitive person. When I heard that it was going to be a competition, I was like, oh no. But the main thing is I think everybody's going to have a blast. As for chat, I think they're going to be surprised.
Hello. It's me, QZ, the host of Noita Rivals, also a Noita player. I just happened to be on the other end of the competition, wishing I was all of the players in there, but hey, I'm more than happy to be the host of Noita Rivals. I have played Noita for well over 800 hours by now. I was really bad at Noita at first. The whole like getting good skill issue thing, that was a long process for me, and this might actually get some people upset. I would save scum, and once I knew what to expect, I think I just got better because I knew how much I would need to prepare for all the shit. But it's a single player game. What, come on. You know, you're not gonna like berate a kid for using training wheels, right? Like, you know, that's how I got good at Noita. Now I have the game down to an equation. Get the alchemist kill, I'm off the races. I do kind of stream Noita every now and then. Dunk or Slam used to do Noita Together community nights, and there was a whole thing about who could get the most hearts, because every time I would smoke the streamer. So I miss Noita Together. I miss community nights. I've been doing a lot of Noita adjacent stuff. I started off doing Do You Know Noita, and that was inspired by a Hearthstone streamer called Rarin. I went from that to Jeopardy. Also did a recent Noita feud style thing, and that was a little bit more of a chill Noita and chat event, which I hope people enjoyed. As more and more people got excited to participate, I was like, hey, let's just start this Noita Rivals thing. Now, I don't consider myself like a serious streamer. Go to everybody else's stream. They might be a little bit busy and concentrated, but be like, hey, you know, I'm new here. You guys are doing well. Good luck. You know, kind of spread the love. These guys don't know what to expect. Yeah, I've been looking at you guys' the YouTube comments, and I see stuff like, oh, Team 2 is gonna sweep. Team 1 has like a generational thrower. Don't count anybody out. All right. I think we got some interesting things ahead of us. I want this to be both competitive, but also kind of low stakes and chill. So in the end, everybody can have fun. You know, this is the first time I've done an event of this magnitude. So if there are any hiccups along the way, I hope you can look past it and tell me what you like about this. Like, tell me, you know, stroke my ego a little bit, please. But yeah, that is me, the host. And without further ado, please enjoy Noita Rivals.